Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Here's Smith on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he'll get it up to the 44. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Eagles are in punt formation. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
11. Stop.
Here's the give to Irving. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2, ready?
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Diving right side, got it! It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he got this close to midfield before going out.
On the line, right?
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Gun.
Saw that screen coming, and there for the interception. At the 20. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Gray now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
On one, ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
12. That.
Blown back gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do.
Here we go.
A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Cooper to Jean with the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, and they were able...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Eagles will take possession. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He's got to gain a 6 there. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. So before they... Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop it behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, Well, it came at the perfect time.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Braden Mann on the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Irving on the inside give. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. 2nd time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough 2nd pick 6 to watch.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Offline, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's get set.
On the give, this is Irving. He'll cobble together a yard there. Milton Williams making the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Gun.
Burrow setting up the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll wind up and heft it deep right. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. James Bradbury up from the secondary for that tackle. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 12. 11. Dot.
Burrow from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. gets a pickup of 26. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Now it's Irving. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
11. Just set. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Eagles get it back after making their third first-half interception.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Kid, it just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide, or when they use him as a runner, if someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throwing for Hurts. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. So it's 2nd down coming up. Hurts now from the gun. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Hurts throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This defense needed that, Kate. Just something good to happen. Creating a negative play. You never know when this thing could turn in the NFL. And that sack is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Trying again following the sack. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these 2 defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles take possession of the football.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And our first half ends with 3 points. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Gray now on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
He loses the football. And the Eagles get to it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
He gets forward, next back 4 yards. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Second and 6 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Here's Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, a run with Barkley. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
low. No touch.
Now Hurts. The throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
That extra half second, Kate, that's it. You know, we talk about timing in the passing game all the time, the precision. It's the same thing with the drop. If you have too long of a delay, you give a D-tackle like that a chance to get home and make a play.
And he's swallowed up by one of the big guys up front right at the line. No gain on the play, and they have to come up with 7 yards now on third and goal.
Good. Hey, thumbs up, alert.
From the pistol, Hurts. Chased out to his right. Cut near the goal line. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles make it a 24-point ball game.
Bengals nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Gray now on the return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They're out and set, first and 10.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. Dot.
Play action now, Burrow. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10.
No touch. Oh, it's Silver, ready? No touch.
Working inside the red zone. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jermaine Pratt picks it. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now.
I'm one, ready?
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Josh Sweat making the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Forced out to his right. He's on the move. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Eagles get to it.
There are so many fundamental details play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Drive, set.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. Second down now, 7 to go.
No touch it.
They go to Barkley again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. To the ground with Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it a couple of yards, and it's 4th down and 5.
A 47-yard attempt.
The kick by Hopkins is good. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow finds a man right side, and he'll get it up to the 44.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Gun. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Dot.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this one doesn't go far.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throwing the out route complete. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Handoff headed right, Irving. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Dot.
Once again, Irving. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here we go. Dot.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
11. Let's get set. Dot.
Burrow back to throw. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Bengals making the scoreboard look a touch better. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
Great.
A give to Barkley. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. That's a 9-yard pickup, and it gives him a 3rd and 2. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Bengals take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Right.
From the 16. Headed out right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
11, Thomas. Dot.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals drop the lead back to 13. Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Running right, it's Barkley. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Handoff headed right, Barkley. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.